Be advised, individuals exposed to the following content may experience radical forms of individual thought, increased non-conformic feelings, and a willingness to venture into the unknown. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello y'all. Today for me is October 20th and it's around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm at the tide pools, as you can see, and I'm the cicada. So the reason I'm at the tide pools today is because I used to come here as a kid, and it's a really relaxing place. I really enjoy being here, and that's basically why I'm here. This video is about, or this part of the video is about feeling down or feeling discontent and feeling like, dissatisfied or not good enough, for life. It's like to live this life. And yeah, sometimes you just feel like that, sometimes you just feel like whack, sometimes you just feel like no matter what you do, it's just not gonna get better, And I'm here to tell you right now, that's okay. It's like 100% okay. What's not okay is getting that feeling and just drinking it up, and like it just letting that seep through your whole existence. Like, I am not good enough. I will never achieve anything, and just sitting in that and not doing anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not here to be like, why are you feeling like a little mess? Blah blah blah. Why are your life problems so hard? Because sometimes it just is like that, What I'm actually here to do is just to tell you, it's okay. It's okay not to feel great all the time. We live in a world where we always think like we need to be super happy all the time, super great, super rich, feel super good, and that's like through like either stimulation or like, whatever it may be. And I'm actually here to tell you, that's why you feel so whack all the time, because you're trying to feel good all the time. And I think a lot of people already know this, but I'm just trying to reiterate the point. If you're always trying to feel good, your brain works like this. If you feel this good, positive, it's gonna bounce back to the equal negative. So if you trying to feel good all the time, after you finish all the feeling good, you're gonna go back down to negative. And what's actually a little bit more positive is not to try and feel good, but to do it in moderation, to be at peace with feeling not nothing. Being neutral isn't numbness, it's just peace, laying in your bed or doing whatever and being like at peace. Nothing wrong with that, okay? That's what I'm trying to do right now, actually. I'm trying to be at peace, be at peace in my environment. I'm trying to enjoy the small things. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone. Filming a YouTube video at the beach or the tide pools like a freak. No, I'm just kidding. It is maybe a freak thing to do, and maybe if I was not as much of a, I don't know, whatever I am, if I was more afraid to step out of my comfort zone, I wouldn't be here right now, And that's what it is. That's just what it is, It's just life sometimes doesn't feel so great, and that's okay. That's literally okay. It's okay not to feel great all the time. I'm really happy about. What's funny is, I'm not trying to say I'm so great or anything, but when I don't feel great, obviously I don't do this every time, but I feel so happy that I don't feel great only because it's okay, it's okay, like you're still a human being. If you don't feel great, that just means later you might feel a little bit better, I really don't know what to tell you, not because you're such a lost cause or anything. We all feel like this, we all feel pretty whack not a decent amount of time, but a considerable amount of time, and it's pretty normal. It's okay to feel whack. It's really okay to feel whack. Right, you like this stance more? What's more okay? Oh wait. One thing I do have to tell you is the reason you feel so whack all the time is because you live in a society that's literally created to make you feel so much stimulation that when you go without stimulation, you just feel like empty inside, you know? And I think you already know this, but it's like when you wake up and the first thing you do is reach over for your phone, or you look for a cup of coffee, or you look for, where am I gonna do tonight? Like, who am I gonna hang out with? What substances am I gonna consume? A lot of people assume when I mention substances, they're like, oh, like weed, alcohol, and other drugs. No, it's as little as drinking a lot of caffeine. Now, I think people already recognize how addictive caffeine can be. I admittedly have a caffeine addiction. Other stuff as well, along with like sugar. You know, we eat such copious amounts of sugar in the United States that when you eat something and it just doesn't have like a big whack of taste, you're just like, why do I taste nothing? You know, we've been programmed by society to be used to, whenever we do anything, whenever we walk outside, whenever we go on our phone, whenever we eat, we get hit with a big whack of like stimulation. And believe it or not, that's actually not okay. That's actually hurting the way your brain functions, you know? And yeah, I don't really want to get into, you know, who created society. I don't know that. I'm uneducated to who created society or who created the way the systems that work right now, why they're working the way they are. I do assume that it's for profit, because the more stimulated a society is, the more they want to continue that stimulation. They need to pay for it. You know, they need to pay for weed, alcohol, going out to the club, going out for movies, and pay for sugary food. But that's aside the point. I think the main thing is, how do we combat this? How do we combat the over-commodification of life, the overstimulation of our existences? I think the first step is just to be at peace, which is doing nothing. And that doesn't mean sitting in your room and just sitting there. I mean, going on a walk, I've actually started to like my walks, you know? I try to go on a walk without my phone. I sometimes go with my watch. But aside from that, I'm walking, maybe first thing in the morning, maybe first thing after breakfast, and I'm thinking, what do I need to do today? Okay, I need to do that. All right. So that's the first thing I would recommend. Also, I think you already know this, but not that I don't know what I'm talking about, but these are just things that you could try, you know? Whatever doesn't work for you doesn't work for you. I'm just trying to encourage you. If you get one thing away from this video, the one thing I want to encourage you is to just be happy to be at peace, you know? I'm gonna do my best to not over edit this video, because I really want people to be quiet, you know? I want your brain to be quiet. It sucks because you go on the internet, you watch a YouTube video, and it's just so, you know? It's like, why aren't we okay with being a little bored, you know? You know? Hello. I hope I'm in focus this time. Ooh. Oh shit. I found a snail. I found a sea snail. See, this is what the corporations don't want. They want that childlike fucking, what's it called? Excitement. You know, I literally just found a snail. It's a sea snail. It's super cool. I'll get it for you on my phone. But that's what the corporations don't want. They don't want you to be this excited for it. You see, I think that is alive. Look at that. That's so cool. Hey, look at that. Oh my God, I'm literally so happy. I haven't been to the tide pools in like, well, I went last week, but I was here for 5 minutes, and the tide was high. Okay, where'd it go? Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm so happy. Let's see. I want to touch it. Look at that. It feels so cool. Where'd it go? Right there. I'm literally so happy. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for this experience. See? Look at that. It's coming outside of the water. Fucking bitch, why is it doing that? Believe it or not, I'm not on drugs right now. This is genuine excitement. You can't get this in a store. You can't get it from going to the club. You can get it from real life. No, I'm not gonna be one of those nature freaks. Even though nature is amazing, nature is freaking amazing. And being a nature freak is probably better than being a drug freak. So I'm not gonna clown on them. I'm literally so happy right now. You guys have no idea. I'm gonna touch it. What's up, buddy? All right, enough of this snail. Bye, snail. It's still gonna be here, but I'm gonna talk to you guys. Bye, snail. Anyways, where were we? I was mentioning to you the first thing I recommend to try to deal with all this, what's the word? Overstimulation, was to try and find peace. Peace by, let's say, going on walks. You know, I think I've heard people also mention meditation. And it's funny because I'm not really, this video isn't for you to come away with a whole bunch of solutions, because I find that when people tell me a whole bunch of stuff to do, I don't want to do it. I'm really lazy, and I don't like being told what to do. So I'm not expecting you to watch the video and then just do everything I tell you to do, okay? What I am expecting, the bare minimum for this video is for you to realize my brain is messed up because I allow myself to indulge in a lot of stuff. It's a really big problem for all of us. You know, I always use my phone. I want to create stuff on TikTok, and then I find myself, I post a video on TikTok, and I want to see how many likes I have, you know? And I hate that. I want to see how many likes I have. I feel like it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Like, you know, it really shouldn't matter. Oh my God, it's like, you see what I'm trying to say? So just try and find peace. That's the recommendation. Try to find peace in your own ways. A few ways that help me are walking, going outside. That's also with walking, but you know, like hiking, and meditating. Meditating also goes into being mindful, but yeah. Also, maybe another way to find peace is to cater experiences of silence or like low stimulation in your life, because 100 years ago, people didn't have TVs. People would sit in silence and just like read a book or whatever, you know. And you know, we always, always romanticize the past, but maybe that's one thing they did have right. Maybe people could actually, like, you know, create things and discover things because they were thinking all the time. And I'm not saying to be full of thoughts. What I am saying is to be more introspective. Like, how can you ever think of your own things? How can you ever come up with your own original ideas when all you do is watch videos, listen to music? What else? Listen to music, watch movies, like do drugs. Like, you're never gonna get your own personal thoughts if you're just putting stuff inside you all the time. Like, whether it be movies or drugs. Okay. There's a crab right here. Another original experience. A crab, not an original experience, but in fact, what's the word? An invigorating experience. That's what it is. I love my life. Do you love your life? And if the answer is no, don't hate yourself for it. Don't hate yourself for not loving your life, because you may think this guy loves his life. He loves every second of his life, and that is true. But every second of my life is not filled with bliss. And I will also tell you, sometimes I really hate the way I am. You know, I don't even want to say I hate my existence, but I hate the way I navigate my existence sometimes. I'm very dissatisfied with myself. And that's okay. That's literally normal. That's normal. That's so normal. So don't literally, like, be okay. Be okay with feeling a little whack sometimes. I think that makes the experience all the more better, because if you're always feeling great, then great is zero. You know what I mean? Like, how are you never gonna feel better than that, because you're always feeling great. You're always on drugs or whatever. I guess my point is two things. It's twofold. your negative emotions aren't solely your negative emotions aren't solely caused by you, like, you know, other things that are outside of this world are causing it, whether it be like, you know, people you know, apps that are designed to make you feel like schwack, you know, they're designed to make you feel not good. The fact that we've gamified dating and romance, we've gamified social relations in general, we've gamified, you know, the pursuit of, you know, of a career, maybe through LinkedIn, maybe just through like the fact that you talk to people and they're like, they have better jobs than you. And it's like, that's just the way it is. And you just gotta be happy being you, because no one is you. Literally no one else in this world is you. Maybe just people who are doing the same things as you, but no one thinks like you. No one is gonna do what you do unless you never take a risk, you know? You can be like everyone else, but then that's I think the greatest tragedy, because you never got a chance to be, you did get a chance to be yourself, you just didn't give yourself that chance. You never took that path. Right now I'm at the beach by myself, filming a video. I would have came with a friend, they were unavailable, but did I quit? No, I was supposed to film this video last week, but this was all filled with water. Did I quit? No. You see, like, to make this simple video, this simple talk with you, I already failed twice or once. I don't know. I failed. And the editing of this video is gonna be another challenge. And yeah, it's just like life's a challenge, bro. So sorry about that. The first one was not everything, not all of your negative emotions are your fault, okay? And that's okay. And are we gonna blame other people? No. Are we gonna like take charge for our own life? Yes. That's the second part. Just because, you know, other people gave you, just because you feel negative emotions for whatever reason, does that mean that now you throw everything away? And I will admit, for myself, sometimes when other things make me feel like whack, you know, I don't do good that day. I don't feel good that day, and it ruins all my productivity, all my goals that I want to achieve that day. And that's you know, that happens. But if you always let that happen to you, you're never gonna get anywhere in life, because there's always gonna be stuff, you know, in your way. It's okay. It's literally okay. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to tell you. There's no point in me yapping, you listening to a loser. No, I'm not a loser. I don't what you think about me, because at the end of the day, who cares what other people think? Okay, just do what you want to do, bro. Just do what you want to do, okay? Aside from that, I hope you have a genuine experience where you pursue all things you want to do in the best of your ability. Hopefully there are things that, you know, promote a better world. But yeah, do your best for you and no one else. Hopefully the things you want to do are good for people, but that's the side of the point. Have a good one, y'all. Appreciate your existence. I am the cicada at the Type Wolves. Bye-bye.